Hello, shining ones. Magus here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. And oh, do I have a message for you today. My God, we're going to be in Zoroaster's own writings, thousands of years old. And the word magic was named after the Magi. And I'm going to show you why in his song 1. And I found something. I don't think I've ever put this together before. I don't think I've ever seen this before. I'm going to show you something that is absolutely life-changing. That's what I love, when you spend a little time and you actually get something that changes your life. That's what you're going to get today. I guarantee you. We've had testimony after testimony of people, when they hear this original word that we call Asha, the perfect creator's perfect idea, it changes something in you spiritually. And when something changes inside of you on an energetic level, it changes in form and matter. And so I want to touch on that a little bit. I'm going to read out of Love Poems for God. This is Meister Eckhart. It's real short. Listen to this, because it goes perfect with our message. It says, the Spirit's hands. So we're talking about God's own hands. Listen to this. They can be a great help. Words. They can become the Spirit's hands and lift and caress you. Can you visualize that? Your words become God's hands. My friends, your words are frequency and energy. And we know, right? It's E = MC squared. That form and matter is energy. Energy is form and matter. Our words are energy and frequency. There's a proverb that says, if you have an evil thought, put your hand over your mouth so you don't speak out of that evil place and create it. My friends, there's power in words and thoughts. Thoughts are literally a magnet. If you can visualize these things, see your words as hands forming, see your thoughts, picture a big magnet. My friends, a red magnet, and the thoughts you're holding and thinking and dwelling on, you're pulling those things towards you. Wow. Visualize it. There's power in your thoughts. There's power in your words, right? And that's why Zoroastrianism, what's the creed? Good thoughts, good words, good deeds. And good and God in our religion is the same thing. So God thoughts, God words, God deeds. That's where we speak our spells from. And in Zarathustra's Song 1, he teaches us how to speak spells. My friends, where we decree and declare a thing, and it is. And he tells us, where do we find that energy, that power? Because you have to have a usable power, right? He shows us where that's at. So we're going to touch on that. I want to read one more beautiful thing by Meister Eckhart. This says, I could not bear to touch God with my own hand when he came within my reach, but he wanted me to hold him. How God solved my blessed agony, who can understand? He turned my body into his. My friends, that's everything. Where you realize you and God are one. Right? So that was the very first spell ever written down in history, that God and man shall not be divided, cannot be separated. My friends, you come from God good. You're made of God good. That's what you are. That's that divine spark, that fervacity that's inside of you. And we're going to get deeper into that. That's important. Real quick, I want to touch on, we've been talking about living in our good, feeling good, creating an atmosphere around us every day. So right now, I've got this beautiful candle burning. Yesterday, you remember we were doing gardenia. Today, I got black rose, and it smells so amazing. I just opened up a new pack yesterday of Nag Champa incense. And oh my God, there's something about a brand new pack when you open it. You don't even have to burn it. It fills the whole room with that beautiful scent. And then the wild rose, they're blooming all around the house right now. And then on our property, we've got a little home right along the lake there, and we're renting it out to a little family. And I can hear the children right now out there just giggling and laughing and playing. And my God, it's beautiful. The birds are singing. My friends, just life is beautiful. And if we'll focus on that, I wanted to share this with you because I think it's important. I wasn't going this route. Stay with me though, because we are going to get to the writings of Zarathustra. But I've gone to just uploading my videos on my phone now, so I don't have to get on my computer. Because I noticed every time I got on my computer, the homepage pulls up and there was news on it. And I mean, my God, 99% of it was just negative and awful. And you don't want to be putting that in your eyes and in your heart and in your mind, you know? And so now I just do it on my phone and I create what goes into my eyes and ears. I choose the music, right? I choose what I read, who I hang out with. I create my atmosphere. And so it's about creating that atmosphere around you, surrounding yourself with things. Did you see my video yesterday? It was for the Order of the Magi only. You guys blessed me so much. Everyone going to the comments. It was like old times. Just the love you guys were giving me. And I could see in the analytics, you guys watched the whole video. You know, it was so beautiful. And we talked about just surrounding ourselves with things. Here's another thing I wanted to share with you. This ring. So me and my daughter, one of the things, she lives in Florida. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. When she comes to visit me, we go to this crystal shop and we'll buy a crystal and then we go to the waterfalls and cleanse them. And it's just spending time together, something that we do. And I had to have this ring, but it didn't fit me. I mean, it falls off my finger. And so we'd be hiking and she'd hear me out, come on. I'd be so frustrated. It'd fall off. We'd have to go look for it. Pretty soon by the end of the day, we were laughing so hard. It was a joke because it was always falling off my hand. But now I keep it here on my bookshelf and it has such good memories of us just laughing all day that it didn't fit. That beautiful waterfall, that fun we had together, some little inside jokes we had going, you know, and so I surround myself with these things. I don't know if I've shared this with you yet. I got this crow tarot deck. I love crows. I love ravens. The way they play, you know, when the storms come in, the ravens, they don't do like the eagles do. The eagles, they'll start to circle and they go up above the clouds where it's blue skies and beautiful, you know. I dig that. I can see that. We do that in our meditation, don't we? But the crows and ravens, they go out and play in it. You know, they're just dive bombing and having fun. And sometimes it almost looks like it's going to rip their wings off. It's so violent, but they're having the time of their life. And I love them so much. And then I found this on my hike. It was probably been a couple months now. It's a raven skull. I thought that was so amazing, but I love them so much. So I just surround myself with things in nature and things that remind me of my kids and smells and just God good things. Now, speaking of God good things, I'm going to read to you from Zarathustra's own writings. Then I'm going to show you what I found that'll blow your mind. He says, I have always observed the principles of Asha and good mind. So just for the new people, Asha, it's the very spirit of God. It's so much. It's the highest truth. It's heaven on earth. It's the perfect creator's perfect idea. You know, we're talking about Einstein, right? He said form and matter, material is energy. Okay, so this is an energy of pure spirit. You know, it's what in Zoroastrianism, as we call the original word, is that no evil comes from the creator, only good. It's not one of those mixed gods, right? Send good and evil, health and disease, peace and war. He's just the highest good. Only thing that could come, the only thought, the only energy that could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind is a perfect thought that we call Asha. And then he talks about Vohumenu. That's the God mind that's inside of you. It's that divine spark. So he says, I have always observed the principles of Asha and good mind. Now get this. This is what I want you to see. This is our words. This is speaking our spells. Wise God, God, teach me. God, teach me to speak the thoughts of your mind, your vohumenu. If we can speak from this place, from that divine spark, our spells, our energy, our frequency. That's where the power is. That's where the Magi magic, the miracles that you see in this world, that's where that comes from. Right? And remember that poem we just read. Picture your words as God's hands. Picture your thoughts as magnets. My friends, when you add feeling and emotion to your beliefs, it's coming to you. That's why we watch our thoughts. That's why we don't worry. We don't get in fear, right? When you're worrying, what are you doing? You're praying for the worst outcome, right? Because that's what you're thinking is going to happen. That's why you're worried about it. Now you have strong emotion, fear with it. You're drawing it to you. It's a magnet. My friends, you got to think from this place. And here's our secret, Asha. So we know that only a perfect Creator's perfect mind could come up with that spirit that we call Asha. That's truth. We're going to hold that truth. I am one with God good. I am eternal. My love will last forever. I am divine health, and sickness and disease dies when it touches me. I am light, right? That's our key. That's our key. Asha 6, or is it Asha 8 talks about that. Our key is that we are light and darkness cannot enter our light. Hate, fear, and greed, violence, and evil cannot enter our love. We create this circle around us, this atmosphere. We be one with God good. God, teach me to speak the thoughts of your mind, that vohumenu, and the words of your mouth, the teachings through which the pristine life shall be established and Asha actualized in my life, in my world. My friends, with our observance on the highest truth. Now look at this. This is no coincidence. I just saw this. So here it says, I have always observed the principles of Asha. Listen to what it says in Asha 1. It says, as the highest principle of good shines the light of observance on the dark waves. That is the plastic medium of creation. In conformity to law, the wise Lord's highest desire is focused into form. By observing the highest truth, holding that, thinking that, speaking that, we create in that plastic medium, that place where spirit and energy and information become form and matter. It's cosmic law, scientifically proven now. My friends, it's the Magi magic, so powerful. Okay, so if you got your book Asha, flip over to Asha 5. You know, I always tell everyone, memorize Asha 5. If you hold this in your heart, this idea, right, this thought, and speak these words from this place, and envision Spirit's hands moving, nothing is impossible for you. Real quick, if you don't have a copy of Asha, I know it's out of print, but go to the comments, contact me. There's other ways you can still get your hands on a copy. Asha 5 says, believe only the highest truth and enter Asha. As the wise Lord is perfect, so his idea of creation is perfect. This is called Asha, truth. This idea of truth is the very Spirit of God. It is much more than not making a false statement. It is the true vision of God's ideal existence. It is the real above all real, the highest truth, creation in perfect order and harmony where nothing occurs at the expense or harm of another. I always tell you, memorize Asha 5. And then go to Asha 13 real quick. The original word, all good comes from the Creator. No evil comes from him. From this original word, the spiritual world is made straight and the material world comes into order. That's everything you need to know. If a person understood Asha 5 and Asha 13, you could create Asha in your world. I want to share a couple other things with you guys just because I've been enjoying our time together, spending sharing, loving on each other. And I had to show this to you. I've shared this before on the channel, but just in case you haven't seen it yet, me and my children love Nightmare Before Christmas. And we have such good memories, and I got great pictures in our family photo album. A couple years ago, we went to Disneyland and for Halloween, and they had it all decorated like Nightmare Before Christmas, and we got our picture with Jack the Pumpkin Queen, and it was so fun. But when I got this deck, it just kind of takes me back to that time, you know. And if you're familiar with the characters, it's just so fun. And I love surrounding myself with things that are fun, put a smile on my face, bring back good memories, right? And I think it's important that we do that. Here's another one I got. If I remember right, this deck came all the way from Poland. It's called the Dark Mansion Tarot, and it has that Tim Burton feel to it also, which I really enjoy. But I like sharing these with you guys just in case you're looking for decks. This is a Dark Mansion Tarot. Just some that might resonate and speak to you. And you'll probably notice most of my decks are just fun. Just happy. Because that's what I want my life to be. That's the feelings I want, the thoughts I want to hold. Just happy. Just good. Like our little family of light that we've created here. A place of peace where we get together every day and love on each other. And I always say at the end of this, I want you to always remember my voice in your head saying, I love, love, love you.